Greetings, Carmel Presbyterian Church family. Peter Barnes here. Cindy and I want to express our deep gratitude for the warm welcome that you've been extending to us these early weeks of our time here. And we're having the time of our lives here in Carmel by the Sea and with this wonderful congregation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, last Sunday during the worship service, we had a little kitchen table conversation, as I like to call them. And it's an opportunity for us to talk honestly as a church family about some things. And the session has asked me to share with you the reality of where we find ourselves in our finances as it relates to the finishing of the first quarter of our fiscal year. But I actually misspoke and didn't share the accurate numbers. First big misstep by the new guy, and thanks for your forbearance and grace extended toward me. The accurate numbers are this. In regard to our income to expenses, we're about $73,000 short. However, as it relates to the budget that the session set through the first quarter of the fiscal year, we anticipated to be farther ahead. So in relation to income to budgeted income to expenses, we're actually about $185,000 short. And that's a big number, and we need your help. If you've been holding back because of all the transition that has been taking place in our church, I hope that you will step forward now and say, hey, this is my church home. This is where I belong and where I'm going to be committed. And if this is the congregation where you receive your primarily spiritual nurture and support, then be a financial partner with us in all of this as well. Did you know that Jesus actually talked more about money than he did prayer in the Gospels? It's fascinating. I think it's because he knew that money, as he said to his disciples, where your treasure is, that's where your heart's going to be also. And Jesus wanted to make sure that we had a right understanding of how a Christian, a disciple of Christ, is supposed to deal with their money. The Bible is filled through the New Testament with warnings about how we can get off track as it relates to our finances. God isn't concerned about getting money out of our pockets. He's concerned to get idols out of our hearts. And for all of us, we tend to look to money to provide for us what only God can provide. Our sense of security, our sense of where we stand in relationship to the rest of the world, our sense of success and what we've accomplished. But the follower of Jesus Christ isn't to look to money to provide that. Only God can give us that. We are his beloved children. He provides for us on a daily basis. Give us this day our daily bread. There's so many ways in which we need to make sure that we're keeping Christ at the center, and all the other things in our lives, like our finances, are ordered in a right way under his lordship. As a Christian, I'm a steward, not an owner. I manage the resources that belong to another. And everything that I have, everything that I am, it belongs to God. And he invites me to partner with him and to develop an open-handed generosity so that I don't hold a tight grip on the things that I possess. But instead I let them go. And I use a portion of what God has blessed me with as a means of demonstrating that I'm a steward, not an owner, and to help fund the work of God in the world and through this church. I hope that you'll step forward and help us in this time. Thank you for your faithfulness to the Lord and to this church, and I look forward to seeing you Sunday. God bless you.